What's up, guys? Thanks for coming to GameInCanada with me. Today I'm going to be bringing you the 6K Q&A. Now I know I've already blown way past 7K subs, but it doesn't matter. We've got some great questions, and actually now being a little bit further into the future and having 11.6 dropped, as well as Mr. MBAyo's free Flipnote hacks exploit, then we actually might be able to skip over some of these questions and maybe even answer a bunch of them at once. So without further ado, let's get started with the 6K Q&A. Right off the bat, the gameplay that you see in the background is a game called Psychonauts that was originally released on the Xbox and PlayStation 2. I got it for free on Steam and it is a ton of fun. If you guys like the gameplay, go down to the comments and let me know if you'd want me to stream this game live, as I think playing it with you guys might make it even more fun. If you haven't hit that like button, then please hit that like button or hit the dislike button, because what can I really do? Maybe you don't like this and maybe you want to tell me. Maybe you want me to feel bad and you want me to cry. Because I'll do it, I'll cry, bro. After the video, I ask you guys to please take a moment of silence for all of the names that I'm about to butcher while making this Q&A video. Also, thank you to all the people whose names that I'm about to butcher. I appreciate you guys leaving a comment and giving me this content to bring to you guys. I think it'll be kind of fun, and if you want to see a Q&A in the future after you watch the video, let me know if it sucks, let me know if you want to see more. Simple as that. Let's get right into it. Question number 1 from Georgios Chiraz. What is your favorite game ever? What console is your favorite? Also, congrats on 6K. By the way, sorry, I'm so poor I can't support you on Patreon. Yo, don't worry about that. That's cool. Y'all keep your money. We'll see if we can't get YouTube to pay me a little bit more. My favorite game ever of all time? Oh man, that is a tough one. Might be Animal Crossing on GameCube. And my favorite console, GameCube. GameCube's got all the best hits on it. I have put so many hours into a GameCube that it's actually insane. Next up, the homie Zigified. My question, how do you have a beard that sexy? Well, honestly, my father could grow a mean beard, and I think he just kind of passed the genes down to me, and that might be why I can grow a mean beard, probably. Dispro asks, my question is, how long will you grow your beard for and maybe shave at 1 million? So I'll probably grow my beard for at least another 5 years, who knows. We'll see how long it can get anyway. When it stops growing, then maybe we'll see what happens, I don't know. Shave at 1 million subscribers. If it got me 1 million subscribers and I became rich and famous and I could give you guys all hacked Nintendo 3DSs for free, then yeah, I'd definitely shave my beard for that cause. You know what I mean? Skygazer asks, since your channel name is GameInCanada, does that mean you can never leave Canada and live elsewhere? Yes, I am basically bound to Canada and I can never leave, and if I ever did, then my channel would be a fraud. Now, the whole issue with this is I'm a felon, so technically I can't really leave the country anyway, so it's not a big deal. I'll always be GameInCanada. Just Relax, Hildred Matthews, and Link Hyrule all have questions that kind of are in the same realm, so I'm going to go ahead and just read over them and answer them. So Just Relax says, are you from Canada? Hildred Matthews says, do you live in Canada? And Link Hyrule says, where did you come from and why do you do what you do? Thanks for everything you do. Thank you guys for your questions. I live in Ontario, Canada, and that is also where I came from. And I do what I do because I can do it. Simply as that. Up next is 4 questions that I have grouped together as they all pertain to how I got into the 3DS or the Wii U hacking scene. There's also a couple of secondary questions in there that I will touch on afterwards. Basically, how I got into the 3DS hacking scene is how I got into the Wii U hacking scene, as I got into the 3DS first. I was originally playing Pokemon Sun and Moon and shiny hunting, and I wanted to stream that gameplay to Twitch. So I was hoping that I could somehow set it up with my cell phone recording the screen over the Wi-Fi, capture that on OBS, and stream it out to Twitch. I did successfully do that. As you can watch, my first video on this channel was actually a capture that I got from Twitch of me catching a shiny Smeargle in Pokemon Sun. Now, the gameplay to me doesn't look that awful, but you wouldn't probably want to watch it all the time. So in pursuit of getting a better, more HD screen capture from my 3DS, I was looking up custom firmware. I saw someone using NTR custom firmware and streaming, and it was very choppy and I wasn't very impressed. Although afterwards I noticed in the description there was an updated video with a more updated NTR custom firmware. I went ahead and clicked that video and the stream looked absolutely amazing, and I thought, oh my goodness, I could totally use this to stream to Twitch. I went ahead and looked up how to get Luma custom firmware. At the time you could use sound hacks because there was a kernel 9 and a kernel 11 exploit, and it was very easy to get Luma custom firmware and ARM9 loader hacks. I was still very worried about bricking my system, but I went ahead and did it anyway, and I didn't brick, and it turned out I got NTR custom firmware and my stream looked absolutely awesome. Shortly after this, in March, Breath of the Wild was released on the Wii U and I wanted to play it. Someone in one of my live streams suggested I get custom firmware on my Wii U. I had no idea at the time how easy it was to get custom firmware on the Wii U. All you had to do was run the web exploit, and the next thing you knew, you had Mocha custom firmware. That is what I did. I decided to bring you guys a tutorial on how to do it. The next thing you know, I have a ton of views on all of my Wii U modding videos, and it's one of my favorite consoles to mod. For the two secondary questions here, Mohammed asks, what feature would you like on Luma that isn't already there? Now, the feature that I would like most on Luma that isn't already there is NTR custom firmware's video streaming. As Input Redirection Client now works natively with Luma, I want NTR custom firmware to be built directly into it so that all I have to do is maybe open up the Rosalina menu, hit a button, and then hit connect on KitKat on my PC, and my video is streaming right to the PC. I think that is going to be the main thing that Luma needs and is going to separate it from being any just normal custom firmware. Sora Does Gaming asks, what advice would you give to small channels? Now, small channels, the worst thing that you can do is have cell phone videos where you're holding it in your hand. You need some kind of tripod. It needs to not be shaky. Another great thing that you can learn how to do is using Audacity to remove the background noise of your videos. Now, I started doing this a few months ago and it really increased my production quality. Now my videos sound a lot better. You don't have that annoying PC whine in the background that you can hear in a lot of low quality videos. Now, if you don't know how to do that with Audacity, there is a few tutorials on YouTube. It's fairly easy. If you guys would like me to make a tutorial on it, then please go down to the comments and let me know. Another thing, if you're a streamer, you have to be engaging. Even if there's no one in the room, you're going to have to talk about the stuff that you're doing. You need to sit there and be like, okay, we're turning left. All right, we're going to go around this corner. All right, we need to get to this next location so that we can pick up this, and maybe we'll buy a few potions while we're there. Maybe we'll take a potion and see if we have enough HP to make it to the next place. Something like that, you know? You need to stay engaging even if no one's watching, because eventually people are going to watch. They're going to pop in before you notice that they pop in. They're going to leave because you're boring. You're sitting there, you're not saying anything. So be engaging, read the chat. If there's no chat, just talk about what you're doing. Craze, my nickname, it's attacks, Trico Master Ball, and not Evan, all sort of asked a similar question as to why I started this YouTube channel, and it goes back to me streaming on Twitch and eventually getting custom firmware. So after I got custom firmware, the 11.3 firmware update came out, and it actually blocked some people from getting custom firmware, as well as it switched up the homebrew payloads, as Rosalina was not a thing yet, and even custom firmware users had to worry about different payloads. While in the search for new payloads and getting everything updated, I noticed that not a lot of people had access to the information outside of GBA Temp or Reddit, and not everyone was scouring the internet every second looking for this information. So I saw my YouTube channel as an opportunity to bring the information to you guys. And the next thing you know, people want to know, how do I get these new payloads? Where do I put them? So I made a little tutorial. How do you get the 11.3 payloads? Where do you put them on your SD card? How do you get homebrew working again? And so I did that. Everyone really liked the tutorial, and the next thing I know, I'm the 3DS tutorial guy. Trico Master Ball says, my other question is, what do you like the most about 3DS custom firmware? Honestly, playing with the controller and streaming the video to my PC is the thing I use every single day, and it's honestly the only reason I even play my Nintendo 3DS. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about the gameplay in the background, and if I should maybe put gameplay in the background of more of my videos, say maybe news videos or something that doesn't require a lot of visuals. Thank you so much to everybody that asked a question. I'm gonna have a part 2 to this video, either coming out later today or tomorrow. I just wanted to break it up so you guys aren't sitting here listening to me ramble for 20 minutes about nothing. Much love. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.